Greetings everyone, my name is Napoleon Complex, I go by Ludendorf in the Slytherin forums, and welcome to Field of Glory. This is the semi-finals of the themed event of the Slytherin Digital League, and I am playing against harveylh. In this side of the mirror I am playing the Avars, and he is playing the Byzantines, and you will also be able to catch the other side of that where the sides are swapped around. Now, the Avars are a cavalry army. They have almost no infantry, and the infantry they do have is unreliable, irregular foot. However, they come with some very heavily armoured noble lancers, some very superior expert armoured horse archers who are capable of fighting in melee as well as at range, and they have some rather less reliable nomad horse archers who are able to fight in melee but are only of average quality and will lose to most other cavalry. They do have bow capability, however. They also have a number of light cavalry options, although these are rather expensive, and I generally find that they are less cost efficient than, say, light javelin horse. And finally we have a smattering, though rather mediocre lineup of light troops. The strength of the skirmish line really is in these mounted horse archers. They do not have a lot of good options for their foot. Moving on to the Byzantine list. As you can now, this is why I consider this match to be a little bit of a mismatch, and I honestly will not be surprised if I lose, though I will do my damnedest to try to win this battle. First of all, the Byzantines have more varied cavalry, and they also have cheaper melee cavalry options. Now, I do not find these unarmoured horse archers to be particularly reliable or effective troops, especially since so many of their opposing cavalry forces are armoured and superior quality, which means that they may be able to overcome the horse archers even when disrupted. And in addition to this, the Byzantine lancers, of which the Byzantines can recruit 9 of, while they are not as good at fighting as my armoured noble lancers, being, let's take a look at the difference, only above average is more than quality enough to go toe-to-toe with superior troops. They also have bow capability, which my armoured lancers do not, and as if that wasn't enough of an advantage, there's more of them because they're cheaper and they will be able to get around my flanks. They are also more than capable of disposing of the expert armoured horse archers, unless the armoured horse archers can get a lucky bow strike in first. And on top of that, they have much better infantry options. These Skatautoi are more than capable of holding off my lancers. Although thankfully they do not. Although it says that they have supporting archers, they do not actually seem to have missile capability, which I am extremely grateful for. If they had missile capability, it would be bow 50% or something like that. In this case, I believe that the bows just add a little bit of extra protection. And raw Skatautoi, who are only 24 points and are capable of holding up lancers for more than long enough to win the battle. Massed archers as well, so they can shoot us down just in case the infantry screen doesn't do the job. So I have my work cut out for me today, and I'm honestly not sure at this point how I'm going to win this battle. But I'm going to try, and I will be back once I finally figure out what my army choice is going to be. My men are going to assassinate me in my sleep for this strategy. I've just lost the game by pressing that button. Here's what the plan is. I am going to take my cavalry and I'm going to do something absolutely insane. He is going to undoubtedly beat me to the hill with my skirmishers. I am hoping to first of all use my light cavalry to harass his skirmishers on the hill and force them into charge that will probably drive my cavalry back, but I'll follow up with my own skirmishers, try and win the skirmish battle here, and all the while my cavalry are going to be following up. I'm going to try and get my armoured nobles lancers onto that hill. I'm going to try and get my nomad horse archers to the base of the hill. I'm going to try and get these nomad horse archers around the hill, and I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible, and my goal is to break through the hill, denying him this critical ground, and get right around his army and destroy him that way. I have a holding force of irregular foot here. Now these won't be able to beat his Skatautoi, and they certainly won't be able to beat his lancers in the open. What I'm counting on is my flanking force doing that, while these gentlemen just have to hold on long enough. I have stronger armoured noble lancers and expert armoured horse archers in support, of all of this. And on top of this, I have a hidden force of expert armored horse archers in the woods here. But it's going to be difficult. Give me a moment while I set up my generals. Okay. Hopefully this madness is convincing enough to actually trick Harvey into thinking that these guys aren't here, and he won't be expecting this much of a fight for the hill, so he'll underestimate it and won't deploy enough to guard this area. But I'm up against a very skilled opponent, so this is a long shot. Next turn. Okay. Oh. That is not the opportunity it looks like, as he can just turn in. Can I still do this? Or do I turn and run for the rough ground and try to force a draw? It's not in my DNA. And anyway, he'd probably just hunt me down. It's not entirely impossible, but it would be difficult. And look at this massive reserve of cavalry too. So even if I do try and go around this way, I'm going to run into problems. We have movement. We have life. Okay. So he's immediately responding to my weighted flank. And I was hoping he wouldn't place many cavalry on that left wing, because I thought the terrain would seem prohibitive. But he's done exactly what I didn't expect him to do. So that's my battle plan, my great plan to take the hill over here. Already largely scuppered. Let's see. So the furthest I can get to is here. He'll be on the summit by then. Oh dear. What's the numbers disparity like? Not as bad as I thought it was going to. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. Okay, let's cut the negative talk. What are we facing here? So I have I have all 5 units of my lancers, 2 units of armored horse, and 4 units of unarmored horse, and I have the 7 units of irregular foot, and I have my ambush force, so that's 3. And I've got 3 of the lancers on this flank. What does he have? Well, he only has Byzantine lancers on this flank, but he's got this reserve. Though they do seem to be going right. The re-equipped Scutatoi are going to make mincemeat of my irregulars. So I'm going to win this. I have to win the cavalry battle. You know what? Let's deploy our skirmishers as planned. We are still going to try and do this. I don't know why I did that. That was a waste of ammo. I'm going to go for an early disrupt of this light horse. Okay, they can't get there, thankfully. Just kind of hoping that would lead to a disrupt. The idea is to progress quickly and take this hill. And we can hopefully cause his cavalry some grief. I am worried about isolating my skirmishers like this. If we can take that hill, we can at least cause a little bit of a distraction. And what am I going to do about this massive cavalry? So he is going right. Let's see. How long is his infantry line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 is even longer than mine. Which cancels out the numbers advantage we have on the side to some extent. Yep. Yeah, because we've got 6 units and they have 5, but irregular foot makes for 6. Though that irregular foot I have my eye on, because it's going to be quite vulnerable to disruption. The rough grounds now are irrelevant because they're all medium foot anyway. He didn't take any of the Skaltatoi. And if anything that just gets in my way. Thing is, it's dangerous for me to charge up that hill. Because I mean we'll get to this point here, and then what? He will have his cavalry situated. Well, but then they just turn and then I'm at a disadvantage. Though my skirmishers may cause him problems. He's got his own skirmishers, so they're likely to start shooting at me. Okay, so what am I going to do about this? Okay. Napoleon, what are you doing with your life? I am going to try to make a diversion. I'm going to make it look like I'm charging for the hill. But the actual plan is to divert my forces' paths, wall off the side of the battlefield with my infantry, and then tilt everything towards this left flank and break the armoured horse archers here. I want him to overcommit to this hill battle. Because I'm never going to win an even fight here. The only option I have to beat his army is trickery. It has to look sincere, I have to look committed. It has to look like I'm actually going for this madcap dash to the hill. Deception is the only tool I have here. I'm moving everything single file so that I don't tip off the fact that I have my ambush troops. It'll just look like I'm being methodical. Because if he realizes that he's also outnumbered on his flank, he may shift reinforcements there. Okay, next time. Trust me, nothing seems to be happening, but it's going to. Those light cavalry are going to be a problem. Also, if his lances are too aggressive, on the other hand, they can't come straight for me, otherwise they'll potentially lose their grip on the hill, on the high ground, and I can take that off. He's falling back. Well, to tell the truth, that has some promise to it. So I could actually try and follow my original strategy. Oh, but that's a lot of cavalry. And those massed archers are frightening. So he's definitely refusing his left. Well, actually he's reinforcing it too. Harvey's too smart a player to be baited. Okay, let me have a look at this. Okay, here goes. They can be hit from there. The idea is to not ride anywhere where their horse archers can get a shot in. Ideally, I'd like to start bringing them in again. But it makes no difference, so just in case, let's keep them facing that way. Archers, sorry, javelinmen rather, can go this way. Yeah, sure. Again, trying not to... Right, I need to be careful here. Move here. And now these units need to race up onto the hill as fast as their hooves can take them. Let's see, so they can move to there. There. Oh wait, they can actually make it to there. Yeah, I need to be careful. Right, you lot move there. Believe me, I know time is of the essence. I apologize if you can hear my door slamming there. I really need to get that thing fixed. Or, make sure it's closed during recording. Punch up. Move. Okay, now the infantry I need to think about carefully. So the thing is, those archers are very close. They can move to here, and then they will actually be able to shoot at this unit, which means as it crosses, it will come under fire. I do not want that to happen. These units are far enough away, so they can just move freely. I have a plan here. I'll have to wait though. Let's see, those archers will be able to shoot here. Right, they can just scramble across the rough ground. They can shoot that square though, I'm pretty sure. Keep going. And those blasted archers forcing us to take a very long way around. Not quite how I imagined it, but it'll have to do next turn. This could be dangerous. So I couldn't avoid all his archers, so now I'm paying for it. Okay. Luckily their armor saved them. I do not have words for how much this army scares me. Those re-equipped scutatoi will smash my irregular foot. He's moving to wall me off. And look how he's held back. He's not going to attack on this hillside. It is of critical importance that I bring everything to bear down on this flank. Because I don't feel that it's enough to simply slam my heavy cavalry into this flank or simply attack with my horse archers here to try and score a disruption. I have to get all of these light forces right around his flank and start harassing them from the back. I need to outmaneuver this stuff and get into the... Basically, I need to take all of this combat power and slam it through the right flank or the left flank of his army. let's take a look. Those skirmishers are going to start causing casualties next turn, and I mean real casualties. This wasn't very pleasant, but it's going to pale in comparison to what's coming. Let's see. I think we can escape the worst of it for now, but we're going to have to move fast. So let's start. Those light javelin cavalry are going to block us, so I need to move swiftly here to get through this choke point. I'm going to refuse to get into any early brawl with this front line. I'm just going to refuse to do it. Let's see. Same goes with the skirmishers, they're just trying to make fast progress. I'll move there and the light cavalry can obstruct me. I need to move here. Javelin foot? Well, that's fine, because if he comes out to confront these, he'll be hit by the brunt of my army. Need to make sure that my light foot don't get in the way of my cavalry's advance. Again, if I move there, I'm opening myself up to archer attack. So I need to plan really, really carefully now where I'm going to go. And how's it going to affect my other units? Moving the infantry fast to these positions here. Yeah, we should be able to do something with that. These guys need to move here, they'll need to loop around. Let's see. And dodging these skirmishers at the same time. Well, hold on, because I'm pretty sure that this unit is going this way. Problem is that these Byzantine light archers can potentially flank in and attack the irregular foot, slowing their progress. Because my idea was that they'd have the cover of the woods to protect them a little bit from this hail of arrows. And the attention of all 4 skirmisher units potentially, except for the light javelin. But if he charges my Byzantine, if he charges in, what I'll do to make that more dangerous is I think I'll give them the general. And that means in addition to having to commit to fight against medium foot, these Byzantine archers will be attacking a general's unit, and that makes them a dangerous target. It will also help with cohesion tests. Next turn, this is a lot scarier than the other game. Oh boy, this is a fun match to have first thing in the morning. Come on. Those skirmishers moved fast. That's the problem with foot skirmishers, they're just fast enough that you can't keep away from them even with cavalry. Yep. Ouch, even with the cover of the force, it's 25 dead men. And they're going after me hard now. Uh-oh. I didn't think those masked archers would get quite that close to me. He'll fire. I think Harvey likes to plan his moves out before he starts firing arrows. I hate these frantic races around the flanks. So why do you engage in one, Ludendorf? Because I'm an idiot, okay? I should have hidden the swamp or something. Because he wants to have a go at my infantry with his infantry, because his infantry are better. Oh, it looks like he's not going to fire. That might be a mistake. Alright. Could have disrupted my irregular foot there. But this wall of horsemen is a problem. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 10, 11, 7. God, we're outnumbered. My infantry are going to start falling behind. These guys have dropped way behind. What was I thinking moving them here? Probably because I was trying not to obstruct my cavalry. Right. Move from the front of the column. See, where can they move to? Well, my nomad horse archers are faster, so I think I might be able to maneuver in such a way that I can knock these, either threaten to knock these light javelin off the field, or but then he can move to block there. The village is getting in my way. To be honest, if I can goad him into... No, then I need to avoid his cavalry charges as well at this point because they'll knock me off the field. So just continue to ride around the back. Having to be so evasive. This is taking so long to do because of that. I shouldn't have moved there. Now what are they going to do? And yeah, I'm going to commit to this anyway. We're going to go right around the back of his army. Because Audacity is pretty much the only draw card I have at this point. Okay. So that unit there can move to here and pin that square, so I need to move here. And he'll be able to move... okay. That's a problem. Well, the later they intercept, the better for us. Maybe I can induce him to move somewhere else. Also, the more cavalry, my cavalry starts to arrive, and the more cavalry I can get around the side, the better. Can't quite move to there, so I'll move here. What am I going to do about this unit here? Because he can move to here. With this unit here. Can't quite make it to here, but he can make it to here. And of course I'm getting harried by skirmishers all the way. I don't want to lose a unit. I suppose if we moved there, he'd only be threatening the corner, so I could move away. So we're not caught yet. And it would allow other units in my army to make a getaway. I know it seems like I'm just constantly running away, but I do have a plan here. And I need to stick to it. If I move here, they can't quite get... Oh, but I've got the... Has anyone got some chase music to play? I'll just sprint for it. This is the most reckless and insane plan I've ever come up with. And I don't think it's going to work. But I'm trying like hell to make it work anyway. Next turn. Straight back over to harveylh. You can tell by that sigh that I am not feeling good about this battle. It isn't unwinnable. I mean, those lancers can be disrupted under arrow fire. Those infantry can be slowed down long enough for me to score a victory. He's cutting my force off. And that back part of his army will catch up. No problem at all. And he's just cutting over to here. Those veteran Byzantine lancers will be upon us next turn. At least they haven't been able to score any disruption so far. Like cavalry is right behind me. But he may have given me parole here. I think those Byzantine lancers are now quite vulnerable. Oh, hell. That's exactly what I wanted to avoid happening. No, he's caught me. I completely underestimated how fast his army would react. The idea was to get right around here. Caught in a box. I've played like an idiot this game. And he would disrupt this one. This unit was a critical unit because it's kind of hemming in all of my other units. Alright, at least I got this unit around the back. Go for the heavy units, good. We needed to get that unit disrupted. That was critical. Now what I need to try and do is get my army away from this hill disadvantage. I don't have a lot of room to do it with. Let's see. Can I do anything here to outfox his cavalry? Problem is, anywhere I place my troops, they're likely to get flanked. Because I can't protect the square, and those lancers will hit them next turn. And those are veteran lancers, if they hit irregular foot in the open, they'll just break. And I don't want to end up in a hill disadvantage either. God, what a mess. Turning to shoot at them won't work because if they stand their ground, we're toast. And we're on the hill here. I have to get off of it. Can they reach there? Yes, they can. Okay, that could yield results. They'll charge there. Can't possibly move all of these units. And they'd be able to move it to there at best, and then they'd be flanked. If I move here, just experimenting for a second, where can I get to? So they'll go there next turn, because they'll hit the archers, they might even manage to get to my lancers and charge them from the flank. Oh god, this is a mess. I'm not relishing uploading this, I'll tell you that much for free now. And now what? I didn't even mean to move there. That was a misclick. If the Lancers can protect my nomad horse archers while they make the move, there's a chance. Okay, some very precise turns needed here. Can they engage from there? No, they can't. Okay. So that would allow them to move there. And they are now covered. Move to here. Dang it. Because they are definitely within charge range. They'll be able to move here anyway, unless I can get those cavalry misdirected. Problem is, there's a chance that he could get to these nomad horse archers here. Turn that way, otherwise that'll be a flank attack. And then they won't be able to escape. God, what a disaster. Put a general on them while we're at it. Forget attacking those lancers. We're not going. Although it might be worth it just to. No, we can't attack, and I don't want to just chuck away my skirmishers. Really, there might not be much choice at this point. They might just need to attack. Because where are they going to go? Those lancers are going to close the trap next turn. Where are they going to go? We're just going to have to do our best. Try and get a disruption. I am so tempted to turn and shoot right now. But it wouldn't do as much good. Try and at least get a disruption in there. Yes! Okay, that's something. We've got 2 units disrupted. That is extremely useful. I swear there are moments where I think I'm either an idiot or a genius. See, so if I'm planning on the fighting happening in this little grotto, well, it's going to happen in this little grotto down here whether I like it or not, then no, don't move them yet. I need to decide what I'm going to do with this irregular foot. Okay. Now these would make a decent anchor for my line. So he's just going to keep pouring cavalry into this area here. They're just getting shot to pieces. The skirmishers are not even close to running out of ammunition. Damn that rough ground. They can't retreat any further because, on the other hand, that would at least mean the lancers wouldn't be used against my other units. But do we really want to put ourselves in that position? I feel like there's going to have to be a siege on this forest. I don't want to fight those Scotatoi yet. Scotatoi yet. Is there any? Let's see. Let's see what these units will probably do. So these units here, well, they might try to go for the nomad horse archers. I see that they, because they, because they could charge, and they're going to knock them off the field. I've just thrown away my commander-in-chief. And they could go as well because they might get contacted and then bowled off the field. I could lose 2 units next turn if I'm unlucky enough. And it's not even that much down to luck. This unit runs, they move a square further, and they make contact with the nomad horse archers who bolt. This was a terrible idea. So they run in and cause all kinds of chaos. This unit probably comes in and blocks. This unit falls back and probably faces that light horse archers. This unit pins me in here, and this unit probably knocks back the nomad horse archers, who may also go spilling down the hill and off the field. And Byzantine lancers just fall back, but he's got enough now to tie me down. And then he can just divert forces to kill these irregular foot. The whole idea, I was trying to outpace him, and he's outpaced me. There is one place I can move where he can't get to me. Not that unit anyway. Oh no, hold on, let's see. Yeah, he can get to me. And my facing means I can't get to the... Ah! But he can't get to here, and if I can get to this rough ground... that's desperate. Okay, at least we might be able to block him here for a while. March to madness. They'll be able to move to there. I can't move there. Harvey has always been a very good maneuverer, from what I've seen of his play, and I tried to outmaneuver him, and he's just got the better of me here so far. Just get there, but we can move out of that corner. And now, of course, my infantry are moving down are slowing down my cavalry. This group are going to have to either go through the forest or initiate a difficult series of turns. They're going to get caught by the mediums. They're going to have to go. They are going to have to go all the way through the woods. And this unit's just going to get shot apart. Well, I suspect that's good game, Harvey. Next turn. To quote a German general from World War II, hell is on us. Harvey is going to take this slowly. He's not going to want to let this opportunity to go to waste. He's got to know he has my army here. And that's the first one knocked off the map. I got lucky there. I got very lucky there. Oh, here we go. I got extraordinarily lucky there. I don't care about that so much. Not after what could have happened to me. How's he gonna finish it? Well, he's taken my skirmishers. Honestly, if that's the worst thing that happens to me this turn, I'm very lucky. Still down 7% and a heavy cavalry unit from that. Well, medium cavalry. Alright, going after that unit. Well, that was expected. How am I still alive after that? Well, it's still not a good situation. I'm forced right up against the side of the map. No one wants to be in this situation in Field of Glory 2. But it should have been much worse. No, but yeah, I've still got the disaster unfolding on the left, on the, well, I suppose it's still my left flank. It's really more of my up flank at this point. Yeah, there goes the disruption. That unit's falling apart. And those veteran lancers are now blocking the road. So I mean, I made a lucky mistake there, but Harvey still got to smell blood in the water here. There's a massed archer shooting. And those lancers are on their way around the flank now that my own flanking maneuver has been neutralized. So it looks like my army is going to die in a bloody gulch in the side at the side of the battlefield. Okay, I'm gonna go for the fragmentation. Let's see. We have good chances here. Let's see if we can make them excellent chances. I'm mindful of my flanks here. horses are meant to... Come on, I can't make mistakes like that now. Pressure's getting to me. If only I could turn to face. Thing is, there's an open flank there which I'm worried about. Well, we can't destroy them, we can at least shoot them. Good. So I should probably give them the general so they don't go running off the map. He can now cover that. Though there is one thing I could do. It would involve basically sacrificing a unit. Right. I need to do my best to block that unit that's coming. I need another unit to be there. Come around this way. As you can probably pursue to this square. I'm trying to get the flank on these Byzantine lancers, obviously. So that would be very nice to get right about now. Okay, plan B. I should have fired first. Lost. At least they've taken lots of damage. Let's try and go for a quick break of these lancers. That's good. And we do have the advantage in melee here. Turn because we want to finish off those fragmented lancers next turn. Let's see. Thing is, those archers will probably just run away if they're confronted by the opposing side. I mean, why would they try and stand? I suppose against cavalry in a village, they're probably worth leaving there. I mean, at least they'll just run off the map if they're chased. They're not going to get caught and killed or anything. And it might slow them down. God, what a nightmare. At least if I get down to here, he won't have the hill advantage, and it may start to get in the way of his army. I might be able to make things more difficult for him still, if we can keep the heights here. So I can at least slip something past them. And the other, well, yeah, that unit needs to move so it's not caught in the downward slope. Let's try and get as much use out of our units as we can, even in this difficult situation. They can get hit in that square from here, which isn't really ideal because that's a height disadvantage. But I want to move my unit here to cover the flank here. Although really he's just going to charge from this angle here, isn't he? So what I really need to do is be ready to move through this gap. His cavalry are going to be able to get one. They'll be able to get to here next turn, I think, or possibly to here. Honestly, even if they're here, that's enough room to maneuver in. As long as we're ready to go. Because he can move to block that square there. But that would put him on the downward slope, which he won't want to do. If only that wasn't a 25 height slope, if only it was a 50. But there's... they have to move directly away, don't they? Let me just test this. Oh, they can move diagonally, good. That saves us. For now, for a given version of save. I mean, that gap is definitely narrowing now. We're not going to be able to get much more in. Let's dive into the forest. At least we can get some shelter from his archers. Past them, the general, so they've got a better chance of passing the cohesion tests. We're almost into the woods now, which normally wouldn't be a great thing, but at least gives me more room to maneuver. This has been the cat and mouse game from hell. Thing is, they're now in unopen ground and they're gonna get hit. Whatever happens, that unit's going to go down. At least they can serve as a distraction and maybe draw some of his skirmishers. Okay. Some green shoots on the right. We've reached some degree of safety on the left, especially from his cavalry. And we can probably hide from the massed archers, which should give us some advantage. The centre's hell. You're kidding me, right? I've only been playing this game for a year. Finally remembered that I had those ambush forces next turn. So Harvey is apparently bewildered by my strategy. He says that it's the first time he's seen this situation before. I'm guessing he's referring to the situation where I've been caught on the side of the board like this, and it kind of just happened. I wasn't planning to fight here. I was trying to get right around the back for to overwhelm this flank, which is kind of half worked actually. In a mad scientist's experiment kind of way. It's kind of gone horribly right for me. Oh, come on, how the heck did that happen? Please let some of the troops that have run off the side of the field come back. Good charge. Although I will be able to get the concentrated volley from hell thanks to that. He can't make it, he can't block the flank charge. I've never been happier. I don't think I've ever been happier to watch skirmishers struggle to get to where they want to go. This is bad. Those guys are completely open. We need to break those Byzantine lancers. Oh, it's blocked all my protections here. Might possibly manage to break them with a lucky volley here. At least I'll get those Byzantine lancers. But it's still 9-0. He's managed to pin me in the forest, but at least we got into the forest. We've got some cover. Cripes. Why do I have to engage in such complete and utter insanity? Why can't I have just bunkered up in the back of the map like everyone else? There's the veteran lancer welcome party. Oh, that's handy. They've returned just in time to die. Please cause some kind of panic. They did not. Now these guys are about to die, especially since that happened. I really, really needed those units to break, and it hasn't happened. And all those units are now aligned perfectly on my flank. So we're going to lose here, and we're probably going to lose this unit too. Let's see. I think I can kind of... No. Well, let's see. Okay. Ah, he's blocked my fire there. Yay for hellish charges. Please stay in contact, thank you. No, he'll just move in there. Blast it. Yeah, well, maybe it depends whether he can get his facing sorted out or not. But I think they're under the command of that general, so he'll be in command range. I was very lucky there. Okay, the Benny Hill sketch is coming to a close. I'm out of places to run. A reminder that we're still on the down slope. They've just managed to intercept us before it could get deep into the woods. That is not going to protect us against those Byzantine masked archers who have been harassing us this entire time. You'll see that. It needs to be a surprise. I have one idea which just might work. You guys need to melt away. You know what, I'd rather... but then my troops can't get into the woods. Oh, they can. It'll take them a bit longer. See, he even decides to go after this unit. So my choices are move into the woods and take the flank hit, or be at a 75% disadvantage. I've got to say, I'd rather take the flank attack for one turn than be at a disadvantage for a steep disadvantage for the rest of the fight. There are no good decisions at this point. If you're still following this train wreck, good for you. You obviously have the same fascination with terrible situations that I have. Albeit as an observer rather than an initiate. There is no good option here, is there? I go here, I get hit from the top of the hill. I go here, I probably get flanked and hit from the top of the hill. Maybe I can at least threaten the flanks. I'm actually trying to protect these light archers, but maybe there's something I can do here. Not light archers, I'm trying to protect these nomad horse archers. That would require me to turn around and face. Why did I come into this godforsaken gulch? He's got more reinforcements coming as well. Alright. So they charge, they're going to hit here. or at this angle here. The hill just perfectly slopes down in this direction. There's no height. There's nothing good whatsoever for standing here. The only good idea is to get off the hill as soon as possible. At least my armoured noble lancers can actually fight those veteran Byzantine lancers, though not after they've been weakened by missile fire. Give them the general, they're going to need it. They're going to be engaged anyway. Okay, let's think about it. This unit's going to be engaged anyway, and then these units are going to engage them. I wonder. I'm kind of hoping to turn around and catch his Byzantine massed archers off guard. He's got even more troops coming down the hill. There's this horde of Byzantine soldiers. This is literally the only place I can stand where I won't get flanked as a result. But I'll still be pinned down by the irregular foot. So I think I have to take that and then I'm kind of doing a false retreat. I'm planning to turn around soon and actually start to contest this, but I need to draw him off of this hill first. Only a maniac would get themselves into a situation like this. And this is terrible. If they just... well, I can't complain. What did I think was going to happen? It's not like any of this was planned. Maybe I can goad him into doing something stupid. Next turn. Just add insult to injury, that unit rallies. God. Couldn't even give me a little bit of time, lads. Surely the logical thing is to pull this light javelin horse back and move up the Byzantine lancers. Oh, or he could do that. That is a bit of a difficult position because if he tries to charge, my armoured lancers, I'll flank him. He's pinned me in, hemmed me in here. He's not even going to let me out. He's going to pin me down here and just shoot my troops to death. It won't even come to melee. This is one of the few battles where I'm actually tempted to surrender. Sorry folks, I lost the tail end of the turn there thanks to a phone call. Didn't even lose a cohesion. I have no one but myself to blame for this. It's been a pigsty of a battle the entire time. And if I try to move out to flank here, then he'll move out. I suppose I could at least force his massed archers out into a fight. But our position's utterly hopeless. Completely and utterly hopeless. Couldn't even cause a cohesion test. No, it's blocked. Put them in the village, at least then we'll have the protection of that. Please follow first. Okay, at least no, they're gonna go straight into our backs. And we disrupted from the... And they've stopped in just the perfect place. He can just shove me off the map from here. Because they're protected from flank attack by the village. Okay, Well, folks, I'm afraid this is going to be 20 minutes of watching me get cut down in a foxhole somewhere. I really do think it's going to be that. Oh no. No, that'll save us. I thought he was going to. Well, he can still. He could block in those light arches and get a flank in us that way. Next turn. Onwards with the train wreck. Even these troops that are coming round the back, he's got troops in position to counter them. He had time to flank that, to be honest. Oh god. Well, sticking them in the village ended up working out. Aha! Now that's an opportunity. No, it isn't. That is, on the other hand, if they break, and if I can get this unit to flinch, that is actually something. A rally, unfortunately, I can't make use of it, but because they're moderately disordered, this is actually an opportunity. Yes! Okay. They are just going to die if they stay in place. For basically no purpose. Running in like this because the alternative is that unit might be able to charge at home. Can't charge anyway. Not from there, I don't think. I shouldn't be able to charge here either. Okay, but that at least softens them up. Okay. He's just sealing them in. He sees the risk of flanking there, so he's just keeping me prisoner inside the woods. He's locked it down. And the woods are going to obstruct my movement here. If we just stay here, we're going to get shot to death by archers. You can close all of that down. You know, even with the hill advantage in the general, I actually have reasonable odds here. I think this guy, whoever was in charge of these guys, died early on. God, the odds are absolutely awful. Okay, I'm not going to gain anything by dying slowly here, because I'm not going to be able to force a draw from this situation. Nope. I was hoping they might evade. Alright, that pretty much forces me to engage now. Because otherwise he will get the flank on these units. Please pursue off the field. Oh, but that could be bad. So that blocks them in. He's not coming through here. Now I can engage from there. Could that actually work? We'll lose the unit, but yes, I know what you're thinking. This is absolutely nuts, and we are going to get flanked by the archers next turn. The archers just decide to stand their ground, and we lost on impact. And they'll get flanked by the light javelin the next turn. I'm out of options here. We'll get this flank attack, maybe if those veteran lancers can't circle around, and then he's just going to take all of this. But if I can get that flank attack, I can at least restore some honor. Let's see. Something that'll help take the pressure off. Because the problem is these guys are now going to get hit hard, and with only 284 men left, the Byzantine light archers will probably win this engagement. Like here, I guess, but then I can't do anything with this unit. Oh, we know how that's likely to go. He's used the skirmish as well to hem me in. If they went round the other one, no, they wouldn't do that anyway, what I'm thinking. Could this work? Okay, that's at least getting onto their flanks. I've got a few cards left in play, but I really don't think they're going to be enough. Next turn. So Harvey says this is the strangest game he ever played. Well. Surprised he doesn't take the flank attack on my regular foot. Because those are medium archers, they should be able to do a lot of damage. I'm also surprised he's not assaulting this forest. Because he'd get the advantage on that downhill slope. There's no reason not to attack here. Well, that should still... no, now those horsemen have an advantage. So the lads in the forest are going down now. Yep, there it goes. I was wondering what the hesitance was about there. Okay, good. They at least gave me a turn. I'll be able to do some damage. I might be able to do something with this actually. Oh, until that went in. He was probably going for the auto break. And he's blocked them there. Okay. Well, it was probably inevitable. Lances to the face. I needed this to go quickly. And so remember that the Byzantines don't just have a much better tactical position here, they also outnumber me. Really wasting that expert armoured horse archer unit didn't help. Actually, if they can cross the battlefield in time, I've been forgetting about this unit the entire game. This is exceptionally poor play by me. Really, really, really bad play. Right, let's hope for a quick break here. Oh! Well, that's something. It won't be a complete disgrace. Let's hope we drop off. Nope. Come on, guys, get out of the melee. Even in the village we're losing. He's stuck a general in charge here. And these guys just aren't going down fast enough. We're going to get flanked at this rate. There's literally nothing I can do. If I don't get out of the way, they'll get driven off the map. And it's just going to hell. In a situation like this, good luck is pretty much the only thing that can possibly save you, and we're just not having good luck here. Well, can at least kill us. Light javelins. Well, even against the light javelins, because they're moderately disordered. My general would have hoped I'd get the upper hand against these irregular foot. I do kind of. Let's get a fight started here, see if I can't goad them into... Ah, hello. General up, please. Because you guys are going in. I think that's the first thing I've got right this entire battle. Let's see. So they're going to break. I should probably... They can't take a general. Okay. We're already at 27%. This might be over very quickly. Luckily we hold firm. It's a shame they couldn't move. Otherwise I could have blocked the flank attack here. It's more a case of who do we want to get killed by first here. Just hoping for a draw there. I could at least worn down their numbers a little bit. And here goes the collapse. Well, not yet, but next turn they'll fall. So, cavalry assaults in the village, that's pretty impressive. Might as well kill half a wound a lancer or something. Alright, there's nothing more to be done here. Next turn. No, wait, let's see how this goes. Kill some of those light javelin, make them even weaker. If nothing else, you can see some of the marginal decisions here. And there's the auto break. And that, of course, opens up my line here. So I think I will give this unit the general, just to try and hold out a little bit longer. And maybe we can get some kind of flanking deal here. We'll certainly get these guys. Hopefully if I can break these Byzantine Lancers, that'll give me some score back. Next turn. Okay, so apparently the my attack wasn't the unusual thing. Oh, I'm just getting nothing here, aren't I? Apparently more of my... that's actually true. A lot of my units have returned to the map this game. It's usually quite an occasional event. Well, that's something. Well, I haven't noticed over the course of the battle, apparently quite a few of Harvey's units have pursued off the map. So I've been quite lucky with units coming back on this map. And see, if that had been a disruption, I could have got the flank in there, but no, I followed up anyway. I think this might end this turn. But no, to be fair, I've had games where my units remained off of the map for an exceptional period of time. I think I lost 3 units of cavalry in one memorable game. But I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen this many units flee the map before. At least they remained in melee. Maybe I can get a rout this turn. It won't be a total failure. Okay, go for it. We need a break. We need a break. No, they're not even going to fragment. Maybe we can win this round of melee. No joy. Okay. So if I can stay alive this turn, then I can at least get something, because I can maybe try and get 14% from these units breaking as well. This puts a lot, it doesn't put as much pressure as I thought it might, but it puts a lot of pressure on my next game, because I'm now going to have to win my own battle against the Avars by a decisive margin. You've got to be kidding me. Shouldn't have left them anywhere near that unit, and we're gonna crumble here anyway. I bet it'll be a miracle if none of these units break. Try this first. No. No, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a very quick break for my troops here. Amazingly, we held firm there. Okay, with a bit of luck, we might get the break here, but because these are above average troops, I'm not holding my breath. And also, a lot of my army's going to go as well, so this is probably partially a bad thing. If that unit of archers is broken, then that would have been actually quite good, because it means that he would have won with only 41%. Now that my entire line here is going to go, I'm going to lose a lot of percent. But I mean, well, frankly, it serves me right the way I played this game. I don't think I'm even going to be able to save this unit here. Yeah, they don't stand a chance. And I don't know what I was doing with these guys. Right, next turn. Last turn, I expect. And there we go. Harvey has given me the good game, and I suspect... Oh, just before I could... No, that was all blocked. Yep, there they go. This is all going to collapse. Oh, that was something. I'm quite pleased with that. You know, we'll take our lumps where we have to, but I quite like that, getting the auto break there. Oh, we're now going to get thumped, aren't we? Oh, I haven't lost a multiplayer game this badly in a long time. I think this is the first time in a long time we've been pushed above 41% difference. I think that's me lost the tournament. I don't, even in the best case scenario, I don't think I'm going to get 41% against Harvey in my other game. There's a little bit of hope, maybe, if these Byzantine Lancers break. This is the most decisively I've been defeated in a long time. It's really, really bad play on my part. Okay. 38%, that's still bad. $39 now. There we are. Well, folks, there you have it. My first multiplayer defeat since returning to the game. Sorry, in a tournament. My first tournament multiplayer defeat since returning to the game, and the first one I've recorded. Because Carvin actually has the distinction of that my first online defeat since returning. His Egyptians thumped my Byzantines by quite a significant margin. Let's talk about how that went. Well, as usual, I'm trying to talk about what both sides could have done differently. I don't think Harvey could have done any better than he did. He more or less made his attack as effective as possible. I think there's maybe a little bit of hesitance to engage me here in the forest, and I'm not really sure why he held back when he had such a good, strong advantage with these infantry, because there's no chance of them pursuing enemy infantry off the map, so I'm not quite sure why he didn't engage when my troops were clearly stuck in this terrible position in the forest. He was possibly just being cautious in case I had other units in the forest, or I'm not really sure what the hesitancy was about there. But to be fair, he did use his reserves to close down my cavalry very effectively, so it's possible that caution was well warranted. He did get caught out here, but it would have been very difficult for him to see that coming, I think. This was one. I am usually quite an aggressive commander, but I'm usually a fairly conservatively aggressive commander. I tend to prefer to push up slowly, take no risks with my attack, and only attack once I am fully ready and fully sure of what is going to happen. And this battle is one of the rare occasions where I cast caution to the wind, and I decided to adopt a very risky strategy of trying to outrun this veteran opponent and get around his back before he could bring the majority of his army to bear. And it didn't work at all. Harvey waited until just the right moment to pin my forces against the flank of the map, and then he just overwhelmed me. And he took the hill. This hill dogged me the entire game. His archers, those mixed bowmen, which I dismissed as only having 50% capability and not being very worrying, they shot at me from the heights and put pressure on me. I was playing against this the entire time, and I was just forced further and further against the map, had no room to maneuver, and I was just crushed. I almost got the upper hand here, but things went against me in the dice rolls, and in the end, he managed to block my troops before I could do anything about it. And he just completely outmaneuvered me, and I was too ambitious with my attack around here. It would have been better in this situation to just form up in the line and come forward than to try and go for this gambit, or to try and hold the hill and just try and delay him here as long as possible, which was my original plan, which I abandoned for going right around the back like this. No, it was always my plan to go around here, but I hoped to descend down this hill. It goes to show just how unrealistic my expectations for the battle were, because I did not realise just how quickly these lancers would be upon me, and the infantry were actually quite slow getting upon me, but these cavalry were right on top of me, and I just didn't have any room to maneuver. And the difficult slope made things even worse for me, because of course I had nowhere to retreat to. It's a fairly simple situation here. Just don't do this. If you have to go in a bit more detail, if you notice the enemy has cavalry, they will be able to cross this kind of distance in 2 turns. You are not going to be able to push around this. And it's kind of a wonder that I got as far as I did. So anyway, folks, I have been Napoleon Complex, and thank you for watching this video. Well done to Harvey for that thorough crushing of my force, and I will see you guys in the next one. Farewell.